Alright, we're all clear. Looks like we're all clear in all directions. So what I'm going to do, and this is not usually something you should do, is I'm going to go ahead and pull out my radio in my primary hand. No, I'm not. Because I just came to the realization if I do that, then I can't saw stuff anyways, so... So let's see if it warns us about the helicopter, because I actually don't know when to expect the helicopter now. I was thinking it's probably the 23rd is probably the earliest we could see it, but I don't know for sure. It's so easy to lose track. Okay, today, cold. Next to no wind. Tomorrow, cold. A little bit more wind. No helicopter, which is what we figured. Yep, so like I said, we're going to probably just work on some carpentry for a little bit till we either run out of nails or till these logs are gone, which I'm doubting. Just because we're knocking those trees back, figure we might as well use the material. Oh, I do need to bring out a new primary weapon, don't I? Starting the far end. Yeah, so mostly just chilling for the moment. We will get back to the grind of zombies. Oh, yeah. Zach President, yep. I definitely remember that. Just Fallout 3 constantly. Like, that was actually one of the things that was, a little disappointing. Like, there's a lot of things disappointing about Fallout 76, but that's one of the things that was disappointing about Fallout 76. You went on the radio, and there's just, like, the one radio station was done by the robot, and, like, that was fine, whatever. There was the radio station that was for, I'm forgetting what they were, the Minutemen. And the thing is, like, you couldn't listen to the Minutemen radio because it'd be like, oh no, there's a settlement under attack, and now you know about it. So now it's your problem. So you deliberately, like, avoid listening to that radio station, so... I'm sorry, the Minutemen was Fallout 4. Gotcha. I do need, like... So I know people hated on Fallout 76 hard when it came out. And I was like, okay, don't get me wrong, if I'm looking at it from the perspective of a Fallout game, yeah, it's disappointing, it's not what I want. But it's not a bad game within itself originally. Now granted, they got all the microtransaction garbage, like the extra loot and that's no good. I'll save the axe. Good, that's good to hear. Like, I've heard good things. It's like, you know, I really should hop in there at some point to get back to playing it. You know, right now, especially with us doing this constantly, it hasn't happened, but, you know. Yeah, my only issue was some of the microtransaction in 76 were really over the top, where you had like very, like unreasonably limited stash size. And then they're like, okay, or you can pay money to have more stash. Like that rankled me pretty hard, especially when their previous games didn't have limited stash. And I get it. It's just not that didn't settle well with me. But again, I played it. Like I enjoy it. The original Fallout 76 story, like what we got when it's delivered, that was underwhelming. Hey, Hickey, how's it going? Yeah. To me, that's not even the curse of gaming right now in general. That's games as a service, quote unquote. Where it's like, this is a game that's supposed to live forever versus being a finished product. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, some old war movies can be kind of rough. I don't know that I'd call Saving Private Ryan old at this point. Like, I understand it's not a modern movie by any stretch, but... And that's probably just coming from my perspective that the movie came out, you know... Oh yeah, of course. We gotta have standards. Yeah, I know. Just when people say old World War II movie, in my mind, I'm thinking like the black and white movies where they'd use the actual footage that they got from some like the plane flybys and all that. Where you get the they'd have their vocals, but like the voiceover would, you know, it'd sound like old radio. One thing, and it might be I'm just not remembering it, but like I remember listening to, you know, AM/FM radio a lot when I was like really young and before I had CD players and all that. Like, CD players are a thing, but I personally, as an individual, did not own at that point. But, like, Project Zomboid, like, you have any kind of storm, it's like the radio is indistinguishably useless. And, like, I don't remember them being that bad in nasty thunderstorms. Like, they'd have a little static, but Project Zomboid presents like the radio is indistinguishable the moment there's a thunderstorm. Oh, I need nails. Gotcha. That's one of the things, like, when I'm talking to kids or whatever, you know, you're trying to, like, give them an idea of how much the world changes in such little time. And you make the comments like, I'm older than the internet. And people go, oh my god. Like, it's like so far back. You're like, no, I mean, that means like you're a millennial or older. Most millennials are older than the internet. Some of them are younger than the internet, but most of them are older than the internet. Oh yeah. I liked it was a thing that was, yeah, that's the thing. Like, you mentioned that to like, kids are like, what? You're so old? It's like, yeah, I mean, yeah. Like, internet didn't even become widespread to the mid-90s. How did you survive without Twitter and Facebook? Yeah, we had LiveJournal and we had MySpace. Oh, LiveJournal. But yeah, I don't have a Facebook either. Twitter I use, but I use Twitter professionally on one end, and then I also use it for the stream. I do have personal Twitter, but I don't use it that much. You flagged people down, or you started walking. Yeah, that's how you lived without, but like pre-cell phone days with cars, and your car broke down. There's the little kits you could buy. They would have the stupid little reflective cone or a flare or whatever. You put that up, and you just like sit on the trunk of your car, or you'd start walking up the road. There was a reason why you put a lot more effort into maintaining your car back in those days, because having it break down was way worse. Yep, you had the phone box. Having them every mile in that depended where you were. Like, there were places that, major roads that they'd have them every mile, and then there's some roads it's like, yep, this ain't one of those roads. Get hiking. You got 10 miles to the first call box. Or, you know, to the first bar or literally any place that might have something for you. Yeah, I would say, honestly, in a lot of ways it wasn't worse than it is now when it comes to that kind of thing. And the only reason I say that is, sure, you didn't have your cell phone, and that could cause problems, absolutely. Like, if you got seriously injured and you were nowhere near anything, then yeah, that's a major problem. But most of the time, that's not the kind of stuff you ran into. Most of the time you're talking like your car broke down. So that kind of stuff, like... And I feel like people were more reasonable about people being late to stuff because of, you know, car problems than they are now. Like nowadays when somehow it's like, why didn't you call AAA? Oh yeah, Icky. There's a multiplayer I've seen where people have like absolutely trolled each other where they'll have like, so say this is my base, that someone will actually go in on the interior part of the base, get like 10 or 20 mannequins, and then just surround the door, so when you open the door, just suddenly there's like all those mannequins. I've seen some pretty hilarious trolling happening. Yep, the one thing to keep in mind, though, is, for the context where we say, like, oh, you know, older than the internet a lot of times, you're usually talking about the publicly available internet as, like, the thing that we use nowadays. Like, the DARPANET and all that stuff that existed before that, like, that was a major network that would become the internet, but that wasn't the internet as we know it. Like, that was a separate service that didn't have all the overlaying layers that make it accessible. Back where you had to like dial into websites. Had to know the number to reach it. Yup. Like, I wouldn't call the internet until you had, like, DNS servers, like, handling, you know, URLs, that kind of thing. Like, it's not the internet when you have to go through all the, other stuff. Alright. You have fun with RimWorld. May Randy be kind. Oh, we got a stretch. I'll do that here in a moment once I put these last couple walls up. Why would you walk outside to do this? You can reach this from the side of the bed. Why would you walk outside to the place the zombies can be? Alright, now I will do my stretches, so give me a minute. Okay, so stretches are done. I lost track like 3 times, so I have no idea how my time went. I am pretty sure it was not 1 minute 20 seconds. Whatever it was, I couldn't tell you though. Oh, that wall's not done. Right. Okay, and that'll be everything upgraded to tier 3. And I don't believe I have enough hinges to make another door for there, which is fine. I feel like you put these last 6 tiles in here and then fence it off with the short fence. I've got the wood. Oh, hell with it. We'll take the plank too. I've got more than enough. But yeah, I do like the nice touch where this is like when we're low carpentry, how they're all chipped and messed up, but then you do higher carpentry and it's like really well made. I do like that touch. And I'm not going to worry about doing all these. I'm going to get like that little fence area done, maybe plop up a couple rain barrels, and then we'll call it on the carpet or on the base building for a while. I mostly just wanted to get these trees knocked down. I didn't think I was going to have this much logs when it's done. And thank you for everyone who's been tuning in, who's been lurking, chatting, following, subscribing, doing the bits, the donos, the hosts, the raids, and all that good stuff. It all helps and I really do appreciate it. I do hope you are enjoying the stream. Now, before I build the fence here, I want to make sure I can't walk. I shouldn't be able to walk. Okay, so we can use short fence. Cool, it won't let me climb it. I wanted to make extra sure if I did make a back route for the zombies, I would add more, because we've had that where I accidentally made a way zombies could... I hate this bug. This tile here, I cannot walk on it, and I do not know why. We've sledgehammered them, we've replaced them. It just happens sometimes. There's another one. Because those tiles scare me, because I always worry about, like, I'll get into a fight with a zombie, be backing up, hit some tile I can't walk over for reasons unknown, and then, you know, you stop moving back and suddenly the zombies overwhelm you because you've effectively hit a wall that's not really there. Like, that is a bug that, in my opinion, does need to be, like, priority fixed. Because, like, visual glitches and that, I don't really care. Stuff like where you can drink from sources that you're probably not supposed to be able to drink from safely, not that big a deal. But, like, that legitimately get a character killed. Honestly, I might actually run out of nails before I finish everything we were doing. Yeah, so you're saying the plants won't die during the winter? Like, you just have to keep them watered? Because I was under the impression, and granted, I've never tested this. Like, I was under the impression that if you have the plants outdoor during the winter, they freeze and die. So, like, they go like these ones here where, like, collapse withered. Or honestly, that they would catch a disease and, you know, if you can't heal, like, deal with the disease in the plant, it would die from the disease because it just would never get to a harvestable point before the disease just wiped it out. Interesting. Gotcha. And we finished our patio. So we have our farm, our patio, our little, like, shack, all our water barrels up top. I know I don't need to do this, but I want to do this. I'm scared of that fire. I'm not gonna do it. It's fine. Give me the trash bags. So we have enough for one. Actually, let's check here. One more rain barrel. Yep, one more rain barrel. Let's see. Is there anything else I really want to make? There's wooden crates. Those are useful. I know we build carpentry. We start building a fence up here. That way we don't accidentally walk off this. But I'll put a fence up there, and I'll put a covering over top of our fishing spot so we don't get rained on and get sick. I'm getting real low on nails. A bunch of produce we're carrying is going bad. Yeah, tomorrow we're going to be back into just zombie killing action. We've had ourselves a nice little break from the zombies. Did some base building, that kind of stuff. Oh, so how do you... Are you asking... Yep, so Doom, so you're asking how you do a 0 to hero run? So what I do is I roll the negative traits of weak, obese, and unfit, which will give you 0 fitness, 0 stamina. Or sorry, 0 fitness, 0 strength. If you're asking on the practical side of you be very careful, take your time, and over time you'll get stronger and stronger. It is a very slow run, as a heads up, though. Alright, almost out of nails. And I do not have more nails in this, so when we run out of nails, it's done. It's a shame all these strawberries are going to probably go to waste. You're just gobbling them down while they're fresh to knock down some of our unhappiness. Oh, geez. I just realized... Okay, this is going to put on some major calories. We're eating a fish that would have given us 66 hunger. How big is this piece of fish? Can I beat it in time? 6 kilogram fish. That'll definitely help. Yeah, let's grab one more stack of planks, and that should do it. Yeah, I'm surprised we didn't hit double arrow in that. And again, I don't mind us actually gaining a bunch of weight going into winter, because more likely while we're in winter, we're going to be losing it very rapidly. Because almost everything we eat will be not high calorie. That'll be good enough. I wish the bulbs lasted longer in this game, because the time they last is, you know, it's unrealistic, and I get it's like, okay, the idea is, you know, you do need to replace them from time to time, that's fine. But almost feels more like a chore than a meaningful mechanic. Okay, and that's it for nails as well. So we've run out of both nails and planks. So cool. I mean, we have a plank yet, but it's just gonna go in the fire. We'll call it a day. And with that in mind, I'm gonna go, why are you in here? You don't go in here. At some point I dumped a whole bunch of nightsticks in the wrong place. Also, I'm very set on nightsticks. Alright, so we've got that, we've got some spare nightsticks. Go ahead and take the saw off us, we're not gonna need it. Get the hammer, well, I'm gonna drop the garbage bag in here. Put the hammer here as well, not gonna need it. Grab some extra weapons. Yep, and that is one of 3 cabinets I have of weapons, so we are in real good shape weapon-wise.